Good morning, guys. Good evening. How are you? This is a Giving Back to Z page. Thanks for joining us. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, if you are just joining us this morning, this evening, whatever time it is at your place, this is a Giving Back to Z page, a vibrant page. This page is mainly for the youth. We try to find solutions for the youth. But anyway, today we've got a very, very interesting topic, guys. And I want everybody to dive in. Please comment in this comment section because it involves everybody. It has touched everybody's life here and there. Everyone has been touched before. So, how was your weekend? Did you enjoy yourself? I had a good time. It's getting warm in my area where I am. So I'm getting excited, at least, you know. Hello, Mr. Alex. Please invite and share this live. It won't be long today. We're just touching on very important topics. I'm fine, Mr. Alex. How are you? We're going to touch on a very sensitive subject today, and that's a subject we'll be doing in a few weeks. But I want to invite everybody to join in, to participate in whatever we're going to be talking about today. Precious, how are you? Good morning. I might be inviting you in, or your friend. Please share this broadcast, invite everybody. This involves each and every person, guys. It's not, we're going to talk about mental illness today, how it affects our families, how it affects our society, what can we do about it. This is the subject of today. Because mostly mental illness gets ignored in society and people don't want to talk about it. But it's high time we got involved and started talking about it. So guys, I hope you're doing fine. Yeah. So anyway. So mainly my concern today is how people with mental illness get treated, especially in third world countries. How do these people get treated? You know, in the first world, like where I live here, people with mental illness are well respected. If they do discover that this person has mental illness, families, the government step in and they help out these people. You would be so shocked how well these people get looked after. I've worked in those places a lot of times before. I'm not an expert in this subject, but I'm also a qualified nurse, so I can talk about it because I did go to school and I'm licensed. So, but today I'm talking about it as an advocate for people, especially in the third world countries. That's why I'm talking about it. So, I just did a few notes so that I don't get out of topic to talk about this mental illness. First of all, what is mental illness? Okay, bear with me. What is mental illness? Is my question today. What is mental illness? What is the definition of mental illness? So mental disorder is characterized by a clinically significant disturbance in an individual's cognition, emotional regulation, and behavior. So most of the time, if we talk about somebody with mental illness, their behavior is off. You know, their thinking is off. Their character is off. It's out of the norm. Like what a normal person would do, somebody with mental illness would not do that. How do you know that this person is having a mental issue or a mental breakdown? For example, they cannot even dress themselves correctly, or they become very agitated and compulsive, or they just start doing things. I mean, you can tell that they're doing things which are not normal, like what you would not do. So fortunately, with the first world, they recognized that a long time ago. And what they do is, if they're young, the parents sign for these kids, and they take them in places where they're under supervision. They try to calm the disease and make it as, you know, I mean, maybe not cure, but make it manageable. If it's somebody over 21, most of the time they'll look at the behavior of a person. If this person is not being a danger to themselves or a danger to society, they'll let them be and just watch them closely. But if they're being a danger to themselves or society, they'll take them into places which can look after them. And believe me when I tell you that when when they're in these places like group homes or facilities where the mentors are, everything is done in such a way with respect. These people are treated with a lot of dignity. When you're writing a report, you write even just like what the input of liquids they took, how much they ate. Because, you know, when somebody is mentally challenged, they don't know when to take water or when not to take water, when to take liquid or not take, or to recognize that they need to eat or that they shouldn't eat. So by you writing all that, it helps the other people to know what is going on with that person. You help them dress, you check their behaviors. If they're not very aggressive, you leave them alone. If they're aggressive, they calm them down. That's in the first world. But that's not what I'm here to talk about anyway. I'm here to talk about the third world, mostly like Africa and other places. How we treat these mentally challenged people. We don't treat them with dignity. I'm talking like, for example, in my country, I've seen, even growing up, find that a person is mentally challenged. These people eat in dumpsters. These people can be naked. These people can be raped. These people can be beaten. These people can be teased by young ones. And people can throw things at them. People can treat them like trash, and nobody cares, guys. Nobody really cares about these people. That's what I'm talking about. What can we do different to educate society that these are people, and mental illness is a disease just like it's a disease just like diabetes. It's a disease just like cancer. Mental illness is a disease. Nobody wants to be in that condition. Believe me, you wouldn't want to have a child in that condition. But why is it that it's not recognized like diabetes, like cancer, like malaria? Why is it not recognized like that? That's my issue for today. Why is mental illness not recognized in these third world countries? Why are people treated like trash? Nobody cares. And you know, to look after a mentally challenged person, it's very, very expensive. Very expensive. Because you need somebody, a nutritionist, to see how much they're eating. You need somebody to help them with exercises. You need a caregiver. You need a nurse. You need a doctor. At least you need about 6 people to take care of one person. And you know how much that will cost. That's why these governments, like in third world countries, they don't want to get involved, because that's too much money for them to do for just one person. So most of the time, what the third world countries do, if a person is not being very aggressive or too dangerous, you take them to the institutions. They're going to tell you no, they cannot take them in. And then you find that half the time, if the parents of that person who's in that state, if they're not rich, they'll try. But you know, they have to go to work also, and they've got other siblings. And if this person is very aggressive and a danger to the other siblings, they'll just let this person go. That's how come you find these persons in the streets. So when they're in the streets, guys, it's very, very dangerous for them. Because if it's women, they even get raped in the streets. They get raped in the streets. They get beaten. They get abused. And nobody cares. People act like it's none of my business. As long as it's not my child, it's none of my business. So as a society, what can we do? What can we do to help out these people who are mentally challenged? That's what I'm here for, guys. You can comment in the comment section. Any comment is very important here because it affects almost everybody. You've had even a relative, a friend, or just somebody you know who is your neighbor. We're talking about ordinary people. So I wrote a few notes, guys, just so that we stay on course. So like I was talking about, one of the mental illnesses is called schizophrenia. And you know, schizophrenia is very, very dangerous if we don't attend to it. Okay? Schizophrenic is a chronic mental disorder characterized by disturbances in thinking, perception, and emotions and behavior. Symptoms may include hallucinations, delusions, you know, disorganized thinking or impaired social functioning. It typically emerges in adolescence or in adulthood. So a person with a schizophrenic will usually hear voices, guys. So that's why you find like most of them, like even here in the first world, like especially like in America, not really in Africa. In America, a lot of people will act like, you know, somebody might hear that they're commander-in-chief, or they might think that they're at a war. And if they have a gun in the house, or they hold a gun in possession, those are the people you see going in schools, shooting, or at the mall shooting people. Because to them, they're thinking that a war. That's why you find that this, but the goodness with these places here, they do understand that this person might be mentally challenged. That's why you find that people do ask, why didn't they shoot the person? No, they don't shoot the person because they do understand that this person might be mentally challenged. So when they take them in, believe me, the first place they take them is at the psych ward to evaluate them, to see what is wrong with this person. And half the time, you see that they don't kill these people because they do discover that they're mentally challenged. Half the time, they're schizophrenic, believe me. So you find that they just put them away. And people be asking, why didn't they kill this person who killed like 15 people, 12 people, 10 kids? Why didn't they kill them? Because they're schizophrenic. To them, maybe that was a war. That's how dangerous mental health is. So if you see somebody with different behavior, please take them to places where they can help them. These are the people who sometimes kill their own children because they're hearing voices which say, kill this person, or kill this person, they're turning into a cat. It's a lot. So please do not ignore these things. When you see a person not behaving the way they're supposed to be, help them out. This is my plea here today. Don't ignore and think it doesn't really matter. It matters. Don't think, oh, it doesn't affect you. Because, you know, you might see somebody behaving in a certain way and you think, oh, it doesn't matter. It does not affect me. They don't live with me. They're not my brother. What if they go to the school where your children are and kill the kids, and one of the kids killed your children, and you knew that person, you didn't do anything? So you see how I say it affects almost everybody somehow, somewhere? Or they might go to a workplace and kill some people, and maybe kill your friend, or kill somebody you know, or your cousin. So it affects you in a certain way. And when these people are going through these issues, they don't know about it because, remember, they're getting affected. The mentor is getting affected. Okay? But most of the time, like what I'm saying here, these people get affected a lot, and it's in places like third world countries, which people don't care about these people. Half the time we'll see this person eating at a dumpster and people will just ignore, walk by. They don't care. Do you know what bacteria are in that place? This person might rip off their clothes, walk naked, and people will be pointing, laughing at this person, making jokes about this person. Stigma. And you know, some parents will be so shy even to ask for help because of society. Society needs to stop stigmatizing these people and helping them. We should stop pointing like, oh, that person's child is mental. No parent wants to have a mental child. So please, as a society, gone are the days when we used to laugh at a person if they've got mental illness. Let's help these parents as a society. Ask, how can I come in? How can I help? What can I do to help this person? Or if you see your workmate, if you see your schoolmate, your student, one of the students, as teachers, you should be very observant. Teaching places, especially at schools, that's where you need to identify these kids if you see them out of the ordinary. Actually, here where I live, that's where they usually identify the children. Because parents sometimes, you know, we're in denial. We are so much in denial. You see your child doing that because you don't want to accept that this is going on with my child. But you find that at schools, the teachers will notice that this child is out of the ordinary, and they'll usually report. They'll call you in and give you a report about your child. You know, they'll bring you a report about your child, and they'll ask you like, okay, we've noticed this about your child, this and this and this and this. We can help in this and this. Usually they'll help you work with your child, because you find that even when they get those people with such a record, you find that most of the time the report will be like, okay, they already reported about that child having such a behavior. So as for my fellow citizens in third world countries, if you're a teacher, please get note of what this child is doing. See their behaviors. If you see a different behavior, call the parents in, get consent that this child can go and can seek medical attention. Because sometimes when you calm them down at early stages, it's better. You see, and then we have the second disorder called bipolar. Bipolar is also, a person can be good this week, next week they're on highs. Those are the people who can take a drive like at 180 miles an hour, thinking they're driving a plane or a jet or something, doing everything in extremes. Drinking alcohol, fighting, talking loud, shopping, excessive shopping. Everything is on a high. This is bipolar. And there are times when they would go low. They don't want to talk to anybody. They'll just be quiet. They don't want to get involved with anybody. You see, I mean, there are a lot of different stages of mental illness. We cannot say it in one topic. But what we're trying to say is, us as a society, what are we doing about it? How are we helping as a society? Because we always think the next person should do it. No. This is how we end up our children getting killed in facilities. You know, some people getting killed at workplaces because you saw something and you ignored it. So guys, as a society, let's chip in, let's come in, let's help out. And for most places, if you live in a third world country and they keep turning you down, if you've got a child, you go to the hospitals, they tell you, no, there's no space, or your child is not. Keep persisting, keep persisting. At one point, you find somebody who's going to hear you. Tell them your child needs help, you need medication. At least get the medication. Even if they say they cannot take your child in, at least get the medication to calm your child down. Ask for help from churches. Go to NGOs. Ask for help. Don't be shy. It's very, very tiring to look after a mentally challenged person because it's a lifetime. Especially if you don't get the medications to calm them down, it's a lifetime. You understand me? It's a lifetime. It's not something like malaria or, you know, no. The solutions most of the time is they just numb the pain, they calm them. But it can trigger at any time. Find out what triggers this issue. You see? What triggers this issue? Some of them it's hereditary. Some of them it's the kids which offset it by doing drugs. If you go on my timeline, I've already been talking about drugs. A lot of kids are going through a lot this time. No jobs, the parents have died. So they numb their pain by getting drugs. And if they do it too much, some of them end up having mental issues. But some of them, it's natural. I mean, you can't really help it. But most of the kids are like the teenagers. Some of them, it's due to drugs because of the lot of challenges they're going through in life. Okay? So what can you do to help them out is the question. If you're living with a person, if you know somebody, find solutions for them, find places who can take them. Persist until you get that help. Don't give up for your loved one. If it's your brother, your cousin, or somebody you know, help them out. Because remember, on their own, they can't do anything. They can't do anything on their own. So who can help them? You can help them. If you notice something, help them. Don't wait for the next person. There's no next person apart from you. Just help them out. That's my plea for today. So we'll be doing a series of these mental issues. We'll be doing subject in the next few weeks just to do the awareness. I know most people try to avoid it because it's a very straining disorder. It takes families down. It just brings a lot of stress to families. But, you know, as a society, we can help out. As a society, we can help out. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. And again, guys, I've got another thing. This month, actually, we'll be honoring our top fans. If you're a top fan, we'll be giving you talk time. If you cannot give it talk time, we'll be giving you stars just to help out. So join in the fun. Become one of our top fans, and you're going to enjoy. Because we're trying to make this page grow. Mostly this page, it helps out there with the youth in the society. We try to find solutions for the youth so that they can become independent without depending on somebody, because that's what brings a lot of poverty in countries, because the youth depend so much on these governments, on these politicians who tell them they'll do these things for them, and they don't do it for them, and they become very disappointed and end up on drugs and all those things. So we try to help them out with skills and find solutions. This is what this page mainly does. But we also go to facilities, you know, help out the old, help out the kids. So your support goes a long way, guys. Share our page, give us stars, give us contributions. It's for a good cause. It's for a very, very good cause. So for our top stars, top fans, we'll be honoring you, because it's good to recognize the people who honor you too in life. So if you're just joining us in the first time, this is the Giving Back to Z page. We also have a YouTube page. Go there, support us. We are also on TikTok. We are also on Instagram. And thanks for watching us. Like I said, this will be an ongoing thing. We cannot talk about it just in one hour. It's a lot. You have to do categories. We find the medications, the solutions. What can we do about it? But again, you are the solution. You are part of the solution. If you know a nurse, you know a teacher, you know a brother, you know a cousin, who can help out that person next to you who is not behaving in a normal way, help out. There's no other person coming apart from you. Don't feel like it's not my duty, it's somebody else's duty. No, it's your duty to help out that somebody who's going through that. It can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody, not only me, not only you, not only your child. Mental illness can happen to anybody. Anything can offset it. Some it's hereditary, some it's drugs, some it's the pressures they're going through at that moment. You can offset it. So again, thanks for helping us. Keep following our page.